Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today I just want to do a short reaction video to the Pokemon Pikachu Detective movie trailer that's going around. Now this just got launched a couple days ago. It's making its rounds, and I didn't even know that this movie was coming out. I saw the trailer and I was like, really? There's a Pokemon movie? And the first thing I thought of was, why now? Like, why did it take so long? I mean, Pokemon's been around, what, 20 years or something? Like, an insane amount of time. I know there's been a lot of cartoon movies and stuff like that, but this is like the first live action. And then, when I first started looking at the trailer, for some reason I started thinking about the Smurfs movie that came out. It just kind of gave off that kind of vibe. But anyways, my knowledge of Pokemon is, it's average. I mean, I kind of got introduced to it from the card game. I started, collecting the cards when it first came out. I used to play other card games like Magic the Gathering. So when I saw that this came out and it was like the biggest game, it kind of became huge. I started playing it a little bit. Didn't get too far into it. Also, I was playing, the video games like Pokemon Stadium on the N64 and some of the Game Boy games as well. And so, I mean, I didn't stick too much with it. Even the card game, I kind of got a little bit bored of it. But either way, I mean, I'm okay with it. I don't mind the whole idea of it. I even tried Pokemon Go on the phone thing, and I couldn't really get into it too much. So when I watched the trailer, I just kind of had this, I didn't know really what to think of it. I don't know if it's something that's exciting or if it's something that's just going to be, I mean, there was a few things I kind of noted down. I was like, while I was watching, first of all, the whole idea that Ryan Reynolds is voicing Pikachu, I don't know why they went that way. That seems kind of odd. I mean, he's already got a lot of other characters that we associate him with, especially his voice. And when you think of Pikachu, if you ever watch the cartoons and all that, Pikachu always has this kind of high-pitched, squeaky, in most cases he only says Pika, Pika, Pika. He doesn't even talk. Now, that was the other thing that I wanted to bring up, was it was kind of clever the way they're doing this thing. So the main character is this Tim Goodman guy. I don't know if he's from any of the other lore, from any of the other Pokemon stuff. I only know of Ash Ketchum from the original series. But this Tim guy apparently can hear not just Pika Pika, but he could hear words coming out of this Pokemon's mouth, which is interesting. Kind of makes you wonder why. Is it some kind of magical thing? Is it can he just tune into some frequency or something? It's weird. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but whatever. I mean, it's a way to get around not having Pikachu just go Pika Pika through the whole movie. Kind of like I thought with, Transformers, the live-action film, where Bumblebee doesn't talk through the whole movie, and it kind of drove me nuts why they didn't give him a voice. So it probably would have been the same thing. If Pikachu couldn't speak, it would drive you nuts. Now this is kind of based on the Pokemon, was it Pikachu Detective game? Never played it before, so I'm not familiar with it. But I have saw in another video that this is kind of like, taking that concept. I mean, it even takes place in the same place, Rhyme City, which they say in the beginning. There's just a lot of things that go on in the trailer. It's just too much to even absorb at first. You see so many different Pokemon. You see all the ones you recognize right off the bat, like Charmander and Charizard. I mean, there's a lot of the classic Pokemon, but there's also a lot of the newer ones that I'm not even familiar with. I mean, that's how far out of the game I've been. And that was the other thing I wanted to talk about, was that, why this direction? When they just, this is the first time they're going to make a movie. Why go into this direction? Why not have it more like the actual video games where you have to actually catch the Pokemon? It just seems like in this city they're walking around freely. Like if you wanted to, you could just grab one. In the game, it's not like that. You have to find them. You have to go into the bushes and stuff. You have to look for them. Then you have to fight them. Then you have to catch them. This takes that whole thing out of the But now, that was what I was questioning too, is there going to be battles in this? Because that's the whole point of Pokemon. It's two Pokemon battling each other. But then you see posters all over the place of championships and stadiums and this and that. So it obviously leads to that they will be. Now, I guess it also opens up to a lot more movies that can come out. Perhaps they just wanted to focus on this whole Detective Pikachu thing. Pikachu being probably the most popular Pokemon out there. I guess they wanted to focus more on him and, you know, this bond that he gets with this main character, Tim, to go out and find this kid's father. So I guess they wanted to have more of a plot than just having people wander around catching things, which is what you would expect from a Pokemon movie. But it's definitely a direction that I can see them continuing on, and it makes a lot of sense. I mean, if you look at the other movies that they've tried to form from video games, like Super Mario Brothers, it would have been very hard for them to continue that on. And it just didn't work. I mean, it just didn't work at all. Maybe it's just because we have better technology, we could pull it off more. I don't know. There's just something, you know, different. You know, like I said, they could do a Smurf movie. You know, that's what I thought of. I mean, when I started watching this, I'm like, is this going to be like the Smurfs, you know, like the live action thing? But anyways, yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of potential, but I just don't know how I feel about it. Anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there, get your reactions. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Are you going to go and see this? Are you excited about this? Do you think it's going to flop? I don't think it'll flop, but definitely it's got a lot of potential, so I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Leave some comments below. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.